Right now at 6, La Crosse County's opioid crisis, the plan to bring down overdose deaths.
And the La Crosse Oktoberfest parade marshals are officially announced, who will lead this year's celebrations.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse County has a multi-million-dollar plan to take on the opioid crisis.
So where is the money coming from? News 8 Now's Grace Monk is in the newsroom with the answer. Grace.
La Crosse County plans to use $7.6 million in opioid settlement funds over the next 10 years to address the crisis. In 2026, the county will use the money to address gaps in the justice system, child welfare services, and the treatment system.
We determined that there's not one strategy that's going to solve the issue. It's complex and the approach needs to be multifaceted.
More than $400,000 will go to the justice system for substance use services within the jail and re-entry support. $205,000 will be used for child welfare intervention services and family-centered treatment. Over $84,000 will go towards expanding access to treatment and resources. County officials designed the plan to reduce the demand for and cost of La Crosse County emergency services.
We were hit hard with the opioid epidemic, as many communities were. So we're just looking at how to obviously reduce opioid use, how to reduce the impacts that it has in our community.
According to county data, 55 people died due to drug overdose in 2023. That number dropped to 17 in 2024, but hospitalizations and overdoses remain high. One doctor says increasing access to treatment and prevention services is a step in the right direction.
We really need to make sure that when people need help, they know how to navigate things. And I think at a county level, that's a good area to do it because ultimately a lot of this is local.
But acknowledges that the fight against the opioid epidemic is far from over.
Hundreds of thousands of people have died from this, and it continues to take a toll. We need to continue to push hard at the things that work, keep looking at novel ways to treat this.
The county plans to dedicate around $700,000 to services each year. Reporting in the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Oktoberfest is right around the corner, and today at the Lumberyard at Copeland Park, officials introducing the marshals for this year's Oktoberfest parades. Andy Brannon is this year's Maple Leaf Parade Marshal. He says he was initially shocked by the announcement. He's enthusiastic about embracing his role.
We've been in the parade before with the Grenadier Corps, so when they asked me, I thought of the times you go over the Copeland Viaduct and just see the mass of people down below. And it's just always an exciting, thrilling feeling. So that'll be one thing I'll look forward to.
And La Crosse Common Council member Erin Goggin will serve as the Torchlight Parade Marshal this year. She describes this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Everybody's been so kind and so wonderful. And I just look forward to being able to spread the word and to what a great place La Crosse is and what a great thing Oktoberfest is and how great it is for our community.
All right, the Torchlight Parade is set for next Thursday, September 25th at 7 p.m. And of course, the Maple Leaf Parade will be the Saturday 27th, starting at 10 a.m. Well, major upgrades could be coming to downtown Tomah.
Local leaders want to revive the area and are asking residents for ideas.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has more.
Tomah's Operation Phoenix looks to revitalize the downtown area and bolster business in the city.
After a string of fires destroyed various downtown Tomah buildings, city leaders are taking action. Operation Phoenix involves a number of projects, including a grant program. Downtown business owners can apply for up to $10,000 to help spruce up their storefronts on Superior Avenue. The city is also partnering with a team at Kansas State University on a study of downtown.
To see what would be the best business or structures to put into the burnt out areas.
Community feedback will shape the study. The city is hosting community engagement sessions and has created an online survey for public input.
That's the big concern we have as the city, is that what we do within Operation Phoenix is supported by the community, that they feel like they have some ownership in what's going on.
The Operation Phoenix survey, which looks to get public input on the plan, is open until September 21st. Reporting in Tomah, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
A 20-year-old is dead after a crash in La Crosse. It happened yesterday. Police say Braden Felber was on a motorcycle when he was involved in a crash at West Avenue and Farnham Street. Felber was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. The crash is still under investigation. And police say headstones were damaged at a cemetery on the 1400 block of La Crosse Street near the UWL campus. The damage was reportedly done between September 10th and the 11th. If you have any information, call 608-789-7240.
Madison Democrat Francesca Hong is entering the race for governor. Hong was first elected to the state assembly in 2020. She is one of the 4 Wisconsin Democrats in the Socialist Caucus. The state representative says she will focus on a progressive agenda to benefit the working class.
Wisconsinites work so hard. They hustle, and I think they deserve a governor who hustles. I am a single mom working multiple jobs, and I'm a service industry worker through and through.
Hong joins a crowded Democratic field in the race. Other candidates include Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, David Crowley, and Kelda Royce.
Well, it sounds like we'll be tracking some potential shower chances for at least the next few days, Greg.
Yeah, everyone's going to get wet eventually through Saturday, probably multiple times. It's not going to be all day, so the Apple Festival will have to be dealing with some showers, thunderstorms, and even outdoor activities as we go to Friday. Now, this evening, we still have some light rain coming through here for south of La Crosse. It's just going to be light rain, but that opportunity exists. The threat, at least through about 9, it kind of starts tapering off, so you might need the umbrella. Won't amount to too much. Now, clear, less of a chance. We might see a little bit more sprinkles later on, but I think even that's fairly light. As you see, still 68, still mild, kind of muggy out there this evening right now. Overall, if we look at the radar, you can see there's your activity pushing up to the north. Those are your 6-hour rain amounts. We're picking up some light activity. Prairie du Chine's picked up a little bit, 2 100s, 4 100s of Preston, not a lot. As we kind of zoom in there, you can kind of see ridgeline right there, still remaining kind of dry too, because a lot of this isn't reaching the ground out of the I-90. And then we kind of zoom in right there, you can see how it's getting closer and closer to La Crosse. We should see some activity here. No lightning, that's the good news right now. So later on, we'll kind of break down all this activity that's further on that we have for Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday, and the temperatures that go along with it a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg.
Well, a new restaurant is coming to La Crosse. Renderings show a Hollandberry Pannenkoeken that is set to open in the Old Wells Fargo location on King Street. The restaurant currently operates in Rochester and is known for their signature Pannenkoeken recipe, which is a Dutch oven-baked pancake. Owner Tazos Somas has run the store since 1986 and has thought about expanding to La Crosse for years.
We've been coming down here with my wife a lot. Love the restaurants and the scene here. I've always liked La Crosse, but it just kind of felt right. It just kind of felt right this time, and we saw this property and we were like, okay.
Somas hopes to open in November.
Still ahead tonight at 6, the CDC concerns raised on Capitol Hill about vaccines and Wisconsin's plan to maintain access.
And a new simulation lab at Gunderson, how it's helping team members prepare for real-life clinical scenarios.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture Fjord sales event. Get 20% off all Fjord chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjords showroom is International Furniture, La Crosse.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Get cleaner clothes and softer skin with Morton water softeners. Morton's Wi-Fi integration allows for tracking and alerts, which puts you in control of your water. This water softener is $577.96 after rebate. Never run out of hot water again with a water heater from Richmond. Menards has a great selection of water heaters in stock, like this 50-gallon hybrid electric heat pump water heater for $1599.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Look closely at this truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Now lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $449 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Right now at International Furniture, get store-wide fall savings on all the brands you know and trust. Fjords, Durham Bedroom, Norwalk, Hooker, Flex Steel, and Hancock and more. Hurry in today for the best selection and savings. International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
Changes to federal vaccine recommendations have raised questions about vaccine availability across the country, and it's prompting Governor Tony Evers to step in.
News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine joins us with the details. Brooklyn.
The former head of the CDC is sounding the alarm about vaccine access as Governor Tony Evers takes executive action to preserve it. Former CDC Director Dr. Susan Menares testified today on Capitol Hill about changes to the federal vaccine advisory panel.
Based on what I observed during my tenure, there is a real risk that recommendations could be made restricting access to vaccines for children and others in need without rigorous scientific review.
On Monday, Governor Tony Evers issued an executive order directing the Wisconsin Department of Health Services to take all available actions to ensure Wisconsin residents maintain access to routine and COVID-19 vaccines. A local vaccine specialist explains what this order means for Wisconsin vaccine clinics.
They're providing guidance, and that's important for vaccine clinics. Vaccine clinics want to provide safe and effective vaccines, and they want to have clear evidence-based guidance on how those vaccines should be given.
Evers' executive order comes in response to recent federal actions, narrowing the eligibility for updated COVID-19 vaccinations to older adults and high-risk individuals. Local specialists advise all to receive the vaccination to contain the spread.
We want to make sure that as many people that can be vaccinated are, so that they can protect everyone around them.
On Capitol Hill tomorrow, a key vaccine advisory panel is meeting to decide the fate of vaccine recommendations. Reporting in the studio, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Amplify Health by Gunderson is showcasing a new simulation lab. The Integrated Center for Education features cutting-edge labs and training programs. It uses simulations to replicate real-life clinical scenarios like surgeries and emergency response. It offers a hands-on experience to providers to practice their skills in a controlled environment.
Instead of practicing on a patient or a colleague, practice in simulation, and so when you have to do it in the real world, it is perfected.
Today's open house is also to celebrate Healthcare Simulation Week.
Well, the La Crosse Public Library had to close early today. The Main Street spot closure was tied to ongoing construction there. Officials wouldn't give any specifics, but said the library will open tomorrow at 9 a.m. Isle La Plume Brush Yard Waste Site is closing temporarily for Oktoberfest weekend. The site will shut down Saturday, September 27th through Sunday. There will be no access to compost and wood chip piles.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got a wet period of weather starting really tomorrow all the way through Sunday, but the entire period won't be wet, so there will be some dry breaks. So we'll try to break that down and then show you what the temperatures look like going through the weekend. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Wait, you gave yourself a flu vaccine?
At your house?
How?
FluMist, it's a flu vaccine you give yourself. Yeah, at home. You do what at home?
FluMist Home. What? FluMist Home. A vaccine delivered to your home?
Yes. Give yourself a shot? No, it's a mist that goes up my nose. My mom does it.
And it works? Yeah, it's the same flu vaccine you get at the doctor's or pharmacy. So easy. Even you can do it, Chief.
FluMist is a nasal spray flu vaccine for people aged 2 to 49. Don't get FluMist if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, eggs, or to other flu vaccines. Do not give FluMist to children or adolescents taking aspirin therapy. Tell your healthcare provider about all your medical conditions, including asthma, wheezing, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, and about all the medicines you take. Runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, or fever may occur.
So I can order FluMist online? Yeah, just go get your phone.
Get flu protection without the injection. Order at flumist.com.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're gonna find whatever you want, and you're gonna find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit King Furniture today.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
Yeah, right now we still got that activity that's approaching here, La Crosse. It's still struggling to get up here. So we still expect a little bit of light rain, more clouds than anything else. A lot of the cameras going to the west at I-90, not indicating a lot of it reaching the ground, but that threat exists all the way through north. It will continue to push north, but really just be cloud cover. So that's the main rain that we're looking at right now. There's activity just north of Rusk County along a little cold front up there. That has persisted to stay north of the area, so I don't think that'll be a threat. That low basically out to our west is going to sit there for at least the next 3 days, and just really disturbances rotate around this thing. It's going to get closer to us, though. That'll increase our chances as we go Thursday, Friday, even Saturday, but it's not going to move much, and that's why we're going to have the wet conditions, but not all-day type rain events. So there's your activity right there. Pretty much falling apart as it pushes north. I think we'll see some isolated activity continue to about midnight, but most of the rest of the past early midnight should be fairly quiet then and then dry, but we're going to see additional activity develop pretty much right in Iowa. It'll spread east. The scattered showers will probably be an impact for as we go through the morning compute as they kind of spread across the area through about the early morning hour, and they'll probably persist at least through portions of the morning, but the trend will come later in the morning hour to become really decreasing. So I think all the way to about 8 to 9 for La Crosse for activity. Then we'll start seeing kind of a break in the afternoon, and some sunshine too will come out after the cloud cover. That could warm us back up, and then towards the afternoon, scattered activity, isolated, but then watch more development towards Iowa as another way it begins to rotate through. I think we'll see more of a scattered development towards the evening hour, probably start earlier. We haven't quite seen a lot of activity in the evening quite yet. That'll be all the way through 8 p.m. and continue on at least through midnight. Now going into Friday, starting off with probably a little bit of shower activity in the morning. That falls apart, and then towards the afternoon is when we see another area of showers and thunderstorms developing, probably in the afternoon. This time, instead of being in Iowa now, as the low gets closer, it's more over our region. So a better shot that Friday evening at some point between about 6 to 9 p.m. we're going to see a line of showers and thunderstorms come through. So it will impact everyone. It just depends on where exactly the location does. So if you got Friday evening activities, obviously we got football going on. Just keep abreast of all the activity going on. That'll wind around, and we have more coming Saturday as this low really doesn't move much. In fact, it lifts north, and then it'll start shifting east as we go into Monday and kind of start falling apart. And that'll be kind of the end of it, along with another cold front that'll be coming through to Tuesday. So just be ready for a lot of activity. Rainfall amounts, we could use some. We're still fairly dry here, but you potentially could get an inch and a half, or 2 inches, and this is over 5 days, not at one time overall. Now temperatures tomorrow, cooler, especially further north because they'll have more cloud cover lingering more into the early afternoon. Further south, that cloud cover breaks up a little bit sooner, so that's why we should still get in the 80s for a lot of locations, but just not as warm probably as we saw today. Thursday, Friday, more activity, more cloud cover, morning and afternoon will keep us probably more into the 70s. And that really is the trend for Saturday and a little bit less for Sunday. I think there's more opportunity for some drier conditions Sunday into Monday before another cold front comes through. And then the good news, the second half of next week and all the way through the following weekend potentially looks to be pretty much a little bit above average and dry.
There we go. Something to look forward to.
So that looks good. So unfortunately, one of the festivals is going to not be that great, but the other one, probably looks like pretty good.
All right. Thanks very much, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Badgers are approaching the beginning of Big Ten play. Find out how the team is preparing to bounce back after that shaky showing against the Crimson Tide. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings. Your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward.
Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. Plus, get $4,500 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West-Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. West-Mex meals start at just $5, only at Taco John's.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings. Your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the Badgers are continuing their preparation for their conference opener this Saturday, and luckily for Luke Fickell's team, they begin against a squad they've historically dominated. Wisconsin is a perfect 4-0 all-time against Maryland, winning by an average of 22.5 points in those meetings. But coming off a disappointing showing down in Tuscaloosa, the Badgers know how to respond to the latest form of adversity.
I think just following behind your leaders and their message that they have to say, and just trusting in everybody that's on the field to do their job is kind of the best way to go about bouncing back. In grand scheme of things, I mean, Alabama's a great team, and conference-wise, Coach Fick has been saying that. The real season starts now because conference play, this is where you get to go to the Big Ten if you win all your games, and these next, 9 games are crucial for us.
And to hear more from Nathaniel Vakos, tune into the Wisconsin Huddle right here on News 8 on Friday at 6:30. And it is Wednesday, so that means it's time for the News 8 Play of the Week nominees. First up, it's Central's Christian Rude gets the carry against Baraboo last Friday night, weaves through the defense, hits the Thunderbirds with a stiff arm, and he is gone. Big night for the Riverhawks senior, 260 yards on 16 carries and 4 touchdowns. And keeping the theme going of impressive performances, Pep and Alma's Justin Bergman was unstoppable in the Eagles' 52-14 win over Blair Taylor, 22 rushes, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, and all of them before halftime. Our next option, the Cotter Ramblers are unbeaten through 3 games to start the season and are outscoring opponents by over 34 points. Isaac Menke ran for 266. And then at number 4, with the game tie between Bangor and Ithaca, that's Menke right there running deep into the night for the Ramblers. Between Bangor and Ithaca, the Sawyer Jacobson kick return fielded deep in enemy territory takes it 83 big ones to the house. Looks like we'll have some. Here we go, number 4, the game winner of this one. Sawyer Jacobson, 83 yards to the house. That touchdown, the eventual game winner in an important contest in the Scenic Bluffs. And lastly, the Luther Knights had not one but 2 pick sixes in their crazy win against Black River Falls last Friday. This is Peter Sobolik with the INT. He has got reservations for 6. 69 yards later, he scores. The Knights take it 34-32 over the Tigers. Lots of football this week with some of those performances. How can you not include them? So to cast your vote, head to news8000.com. Under the sports tab, click on Play of the Week and pick the one that you think deserves to win. Voting is open live shortly after the show. We're back after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
How do you find the best personal injury lawyer? You ask other lawyers. Every partner at Bygoff and Rohde has been ranked in the top 5% by their peers. Hire the MVPs of personal injury. Call BGR.
Dear veteran, if you or someone you know struggles with PTSD, family relationships, financial or other hardships, let us help get you back on track. Here at Project New Hope, we offer a no-cost weekend wilderness retreat with only one mission: you. Licensed counselors are available around the clock, meals are provided, and there is no obligation to you. For more information, please visit projectnewhope.net and let us help bring you home.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Some decisions you can make quickly. I'm all in. But when you're hiring a personal injury lawyer, trust me, you're gonna win big. Do your research and object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Well, breaking news, Disney's ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely. Nexstar Media refused to air the show after Kimmel's remarks about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kimmel criticized the political reaction to Kirk's death. Nexstar called Kimmel's comments objectionable and will replace the show in ABC markets.
Oh. Kind of skipped to the 8-day there, but that's those current conditions. But 8-day, yeah, it's just showers and thunderstorms that will continue through Saturday, so definitely be prepared for some wet conditions for the Apple Fest. The good news for the Oktoberfest, that's nice. Still looking pretty good. So unfortunately, yeah, one's good, the other one's not.
The calm after the storm.
Absolutely. Pretty much. So King Apple Parade might be walking with some umbrellas.
Yeah, like
do we have News 8 umbrellas?
Yeah, ooh, that's a good idea. We'll have to get some.
All right.
We promise the candy won't be soggy though when we pass it out.
We'll make sure
it's
it's absolutely protected. That's the most important thing.
Most important thing. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6.
And we'll see you back here tonight at 10.